All right, awesome. I think I've got my brand new deck together. All I need now are a couple of Lotus Petals. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Salt and Pauper video. Today we are going to take a look at my picks for the most needed reprints in all of Pauper. I went through and I was recently ordering some cards, and I realized that some of these staples we've kind of taken for granted. They are very, very expensive, and this once budget format is starting to look a little bit more expensive. So today we're going to look at all the cards that I think would most benefit from a reprint and getting more cards available. We are going to start with a couple of honorable mentions. The first honorable mention is a card that has 5 total printings in all of Magic. It is played primarily in Burn, but not really seen in Koldatha Red. Its lowest available market value is about $2.50, and that would be Lava Spike. This is a card that is pretty much ubiquitous in the Burn format, but lately has fallen out of favor, so it's a little bit cheaper than it used to be. Good time to pick up some cards, but really could use another reprint to get that back with Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning type areas. Next on the honorable mention list is a card that is very popular, was one time seen as almost a signpost or a poster child for the Pauper format. It has 5 total printings. The cheapest available printing I was able to find was about $3 market price, but it can go all the way up to $20 per card, depending on which version you want. And that would be the fairy herself, Spellstutter Sprite. An absolutely incredible card. And while it has fallen out of favor a little bit, I think that's kind of a trend with the honorable mentions for this list. It is very, very powerful and has seen a little bit of a resurgence in both red, blue, and mono blue as far as leagues and challenge listings. So keep your eyes on those. It may be going back up soon. Next on the honorable mention list is a card that you might be surprised by. It has a total of 3 printings. Its lowest market printing is actually $3, which doesn't sound so bad. But if you understand that that $3 printing is only a recent reprint, and the other 2 versions of this card are actually $13 each, it is Darkness. This card is played as a sideboard card in both Mono Black Control and Cycle Storm, but it really doesn't see a ton of play. It's not in a huge demand, and it's still exceedingly expensive per card. It's one of the highest costs before this reprint of any card on the list, and really could use at least one more to really keep that under control in case it becomes a staple. And the final honorable mention is another card played by Cycle Storm, as well as some other combo lists. It has 4 total printings and a lowest market value of about $4. It is the one, the only Manamorphose. This card is absolutely incredible, and it's played in a host of other formats as well, not just Pauper, so it does keep the price up. And another reprint would really help kind of lower those costs and keep this card affordable for the Pauper format. Luckily, both combo lists and Cycle Storm have kind of fallen out of favor, as well as what once was another really powerful Storm deck in like Shatterstorm and Galvanic Relay style combo decks. But now, before we get into the actual top 10, please take a moment, look down below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, guys. It really does help us grow, and I really do appreciate you guys. For those of you who watched last week's video, we actually will be announcing the winner of the token giveaway in this week's video, so stay to the end of the video for that. But without any further ado, guys, let's kick off the top 10. At number 10, a card that is played in a deck that has been in Pauper almost since the beginning. It has 3 total printings with an average lowest market value of about $4. It may surprise some of you. It is a Boggles card. It is Ancestral Mask. This card actually caught me way off guard with how much it costs. I did not expect it to be as expensive as it is, but it could really use another printing. Number 9 is a card that also caught me off guard. It has 1 total printing in all of Magic, with an average lowest market at about $4. It is played in almost all, both blue, black, and mono blue Tolarian Terror lists, and it has skyrocketed in popularity since Dominaria United because of Tolarian Terror. It is Mental Note. This card is almost a functional reprint of Thought Scour, and because we want at least 6, sometimes 8 copies of Thought Scour in our Tolarian Terror decks, this card is taking off. It has 1 printing in all of Magic and really could use another one to keep that price manageable. Number 8, with 6 total printings in all of Magic. This is one of the most reprinted cards on this list, and because of its overwhelming playability, its still lowest market value is about $5. It's played in basically everything. It is Relic of Progenitus. Now again, this is not just a Pauper card. Similar to Manamorphose, demand from other formats keeps this card pricey. It recently got a old frame reprint, and it could use another just to keep the price manageable. This card is played in as many sideboards as you can count, and it is fantastic for the Pauper format and other formats, so it always helps to have extra relics laying around. $5 is still a bit high for me for this card, but hopefully we get 1 more coming down the pipeline, and it'll keep that card at about the $3 range, which I think is where it should be. Next is a card that is raised disproportionately to its counterpart. It is played primarily in the Kuldotha Red deck, so you can understand why it is the most played deck of the format right now. Its lowest market value is about $5. It has 6 total printings, so about the same as Relic. It is Pyroblast, and this card is a very sleek, very powerful, eternally playable card. It's played in most red sideboards, and you almost always want to play 4 of them. Obviously, you can play Red Elemental Blast instead and save some money if you don't have Pyroblast, but it could really use another reprint to drop that price back down. Getting into about the halfway point now, number 6 is another card from Boggles, but it does have a little bit of functionality in the Cascade list as well. This card has 4 total printings in all of Magic, and its lowest market is similar to the others at about $5, although, depending on the version, it can go up to about $9 on the high end. It is Utopia Sprawl, a card played in both Boggles and Cascade and a few other lists. Those are mostly fringe, though, things like the 4-color Gates deck and things like that. It is very powerful, but a little bit expensive, seeing as how few decks actually run it. There just aren't that many available, and it really does kind of command a premium price for that these days. So really hoping we can get another one of those to kind of drop things down again into that target $2 to $3 range. I think would be a good place to settle. Number 5 is a very, very popular card, especially right now in the Pauper format. It is played by basically everything in white. I think you know where I'm going with this. The lowest market value is about $5. It's got 2 total printings. It is dust to dust. This is the answer to Affinity in the Pauper format right now. If you're playing white, it is likely for this card, and $5 really isn't that much for as many copies as I assume are being played right now. Really could use one of these coming down the pipeline. Maybe we see one in March of the Machines. It would be a surprise, but I welcome one to hit some artifact hate in this upcoming set, but we can hope. Now, starting to wrap up the list, number 4 is going to be a surprise for most people. This is a card that only recently saw a moment in the spotlight, but it had an impact. This card has one printing in all of Magic, all the way back in Exodus, I believe. Its lowest market value is $9. This is almost $10 a card, just for the base non-foil copy. As the same for all the rest. I am not evaluating foils. Those multipliers would get even worse. But this is played primarily, or should I say solely, in the Turbo Initiative list that was recently popularized. It is Culling the Weak. A card that is surprisingly expensive, but because it only has one printing, with a demand coming in for Turbo Initiative and it seeing a recent popularity spike, this card absolutely skyrocketed. Number 3 is a card I think everybody is familiar with. It is played in Cycle Storm as well as any other Storm variant, really. It is one of the premier fast mana spells in the format. It has 2 total printings with a lowest market of $9 and a high for the other version of about $20, which is crazy. It is Cabal Ritual, one of the absolute best fast mana spells in the format. It is ridiculously expensive right now. Hopefully we can get another printing of it. Really sad that we didn't see one in Dominaria Remastered. It would have been nice, but obviously we're not going to get everything we want. Really could use another print of this card. $9 is a lot for a single copy in Pauper in a budget format. And we're only getting started with the top 3. So with that, let's move on to our penultimate card, number 2. This has 3 total printings in all of Magic. It is played by mostly mono-black control and blue-black terror list. It has a lowest market value of $15 and a high at 22, not counting foils. I'm pretty sure you know where I'm going with this. It is Snuff Out. This card sees a ton of play. It is prohibitively expensive, and it really could use a reprint to get those prices into a manageable level, so that more people can play with this card, because wow, is it strong. Number 1 is a card with 4 total printings. It is played in a lot of decks, although not as many recently as in Pauper's history. Its lowest market value is $27 for the cheapest available version. And its highest available version, the cheapest market value, is $480. Now, that is for a Kaladesh invention, so we'll write it off. Let's look at the next highest. That's probably more manageable, right? $110 per card if you want pretty versions of our number 1 pick, the most needed reprint in all of Pauper. Say it with me. Lotus Petal. This card needs a real reprint. It is absolutely ridiculous how much this costs. I would wager to say that this is almost entirely the reason that combo is less popular, because it is too expensive to play. But with that out of the way, we get the exciting announcement of the giveaway winner from last week's video. I know you guys just tuned in to see that. I'm actually not going to put it in the description down below. I'm just going to tag him at the very bottom below the tags so that hopefully it doesn't spoil it for anybody. But the winner of the giveaway for our foil token set for the Salt and Pauper channel is going to be Alex VA. Congratulations, Alex. Thank you so much. Please reach out to me on any of my social medias linked below, and we'll get you a set of the custom tokens sent out for you to enjoy, for being an appreciated viewer and supporting me on this journey. It's been really, really encouraging, everyone, to see the love and support on the channel and see the channel grow over the last about half a year or so now. It's flown by, but I'm really happy that we're doing it, and I love that all of you are tuning in and supporting the channel and really just enjoying this format that we all love and want to see grow. Thank you so much, Alex, for being a viewer and contributing to the video. I really do appreciate you, and thank you to everyone else who's subbed and tuned in and commented or liked or shared. It really does make a huge difference, and it just shows me that the time that I'm spending to build this channel, build this brand, is worth it to you guys, and I really do appreciate that. Hopefully you found this video as thought-provoking as I did. I was not aware of some of the prices of these cards. I have the benefit of just having a really old collection. I've been playing for a long, long time now, and I recently was starting to update some of the decks in my battle box, and I had to go buy some duplicates of cards I already had in my collection, and I was blown away with the cost. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to help the channel out and be eligible for the next token giveaway at the same time, please make sure you do go below, guys, and hit that subscribe button below. And share this with a Pauper player you know. I'd love to get their thoughts on what should be reprinted next. And speaking of, what do you guys want to see reprinted from this list? Did I miss something that you think really needs to be reprinted right now? Is there anything in here that you could see reprinted in the next set, March of the Machines? It'd be really interesting to immediately get one of these reprints, which would be really cool. So thank you so much, guys, and as usual, goodbye forever. Unless I see you next time, peace out.